Oh, hey. Good evening. Good evening. How y'all doing out there? Peace in. Welcome to another episode of On the Cutting Room Floor. I'm the host, Tony Ray Harvey, once again podcasting from the southwest area of Sacramento, the Greenhaven Pocket area. Okay. We knew it was going to come down to this, and this is just exactly where we are. I'll just start here. But thank you for coming in and joining me on this podcast. Aaron Wiggins scored a career high 41 points and pulled down 14 rebounds. And Shai Gilgeous-Alexander added 29 points in Oklahoma Thunder 144-110 bashing of the mystified Sacramento Kings on February the 1st in Oklahoma. Paycom Center. 144 to 110. 144 to 110. Oklahoma City scored 82 points in the first half. 82-55 at halftime. Aaron Wiggins is a 6'5" forward out of Maryland. He was drafted in 2021, the number 55th selection overall. So he was picked in the second round. He had a night. He had one heck of a career night. But as we know, all these things that's circling around De'Aaron Fox, since it was announced that the Kings was exploring trading him. Hopefully before the deadline, which is February 6th. So we'll talk a little bit about that because there has been some activities here in the last 48 hours, to be exact. Nothing really concrete, to put your finger on it. Just know that there's several teams are either in the same room, on the same phone line, party line, trying to discuss some deals to make this happen, not only with De'Aaron Fox, but probably with some other players as well. But the focus seems here to be De'Aaron Fox, especially with a destination of San Antonio Spurs. We'll get into it later on too. I'm not taking any more or looking at any more reports coming out of San Antonio. It seems like they're doing some really sloppy work down there as far as getting the right information or getting information out. Okay, credible information out. So I'm gonna leave them folks alone. That's sloppy. That's real sloppy. But anyway, getting back to the game, Mr. Wiggins, he made 16 of 30 shots from the field. He was 6 of 14 from three-point territory in 39 minutes. Okay, Lou Dort had 20 points. Kenrich Williams added 18 points, and Isaiah Hartenstein, OKC's center, had 16 points and 14 rebounds for the Thunder. They improved 38-9, 20-3 at Paycom Center, and they're winners of 8 of their last 11 games. Matter of fact, they just lost a game here recently. I think that was to the Golden State Warriors. Yeah, they lost about 5 points and stuff. So I think that was their last outing. And that was in San Francisco. So getting back to the Kings. So yeah, they came to Golden One Center on November 24th of last year, and they beat the Kings 130-109. So they're really handing the Kings some business here as far as points. De'Aaron Fox, he had 20 points. Malik Monk, 19. DeMar DeRozan, 17. Domantas Sabonis, 16, and Keegan Murray, 14, put the starting five in double digits. So they did all the work in a losing effort. So now the Kings are 11-12 on the road. They fall under 500 on the road, and they are 1-4 on this current 6-game excursion. They are now 24-24 on the season. So they have another game. They will be playing the Minnesota Timberwolves February 3rd, this Monday, to end that road trip. Bless their hearts. Bless their hearts. Because when all this stuff starts circulating around De'Aaron Fox, which has been the news, of course, here locally, but nationally, universally. I've been seeing articles from overseas about the same situation going on with De'Aaron Fox and his possible departure and stuff. So, but it's taking a toll on this team, without a doubt, because De'Aaron Fox may not be the only one traded. There's other players in that locker room, Kings players in that locker room, are concerned about their future too, whether they're going to be traded or stay in the Kings uniform. I know this is all going through their mind. Each and last one of them, because nobody is basically protected, from being traded. Nobody on this team. If De'Aaron Fox is not protected at this time, the rest of them, they have some concerns. So Coach Doug Christie is 0-2 since this announcement. Okay, the Kings are 6-8 against Western Conference. They're a Western Conference colleague. So, it's pretty bad. That was a pretty bad game. That game stank. That stinky stank. Oh my gosh, woo! But I understand. It wasn't like, to me, I don't think they quit on them. They just really got their butt handed to them. And that's pretty much the way that it goes. And it's going to be some turbulent times up here if they don't do anything with the Kings roster. Now, here we are in February. Up until like 3 years ago, before the hiring of Mike Brown, normally around this time of the season, February or after the All-Star break, I pretty much check out. I cover every game. But it's like, let's get this over, let's go. You guys ain't going nowhere, you ain't going to the playoffs, blah, blah, blah. So it's, and not to say that, they're still in position to make the play-in and the playoff this season, but it seemed like I'm just getting there to this point, because it's not that frustration is all settling in. It's just that, it's just been an emotional ride, with this team. The bench, again, failed. Sacramento Kings. They were they took 7 shots in the first half and they missed all of them. They didn't even make a bucket in the first half. Kevin Huerter made a 3-point basket, 3:29 mark of the third quarter. That was the bench first points of the game, late in the third quarter. They ended up with 21 points because, garbage time, a lot of other players got to play. Reserve got to play, and it was outscored 44-21. And I think that was, who was that? Kenrich. I think it was Kenrich Williams who scored 18 points off the bench for Oklahoma City Thunder. So, the bench. Also, the Kings gave up 70 rebounds. 20 of them were offensive rebounds. 20 of them were offensive boards. Okay, Wiggins had 6 himself. Just make sure we got this all in perspective here. Wiggins had 6, 4 from Lu Dort, and 3 each from Gilgeous-Alexander and Hartenstein. They had 20 offensive rebounds out of that 70 rebound effort. So that's 50 on the defensive end. 4 players had double-digit rebounds total. But just a straight butt kicking. Straight up butt kicking. Yes. Okay. DeMontis streak. Well, he had a little streak going on there for a minute with the double doubles. He didn't get that. Okay. Right. Okay. So folks, this that was a stanky game. Smell a stench. So the Kings, well, they got to be moving on to Minnesota, to the Twin Cities. So they'll be headed to Minneapolis. Across the river is St. Paul's. But they'll be playing in Minneapolis this Monday. Yesterday, there was a lot of movement around, a lot of reports coming from just about everywhere about where the Kings are trying to land at. So I know there was a 14, I heard something about a 14 acquisition, not a 14 acquisition. That's pretty much how it was presented. But I just think these people just coming together, having this discussion to see how this thing is going to work, for these players. I don't know if it's going to be a multi-team deal here, which it possibly can be that. But they just all pretty much just trying to make these things work. So the money match and the trade guidelines match. They're doing everything within us. They're doing everything within their power to make sure that these things work out so they can get some movement going here. That's what I think these discussions are right now. But that's just coming from my opinion. I know once again something was coming out of San Antonio saying an imminent deal was coming. I don't even know these people are sports people. Who's coming out here with this information out of San Antonio. This one Garza dude, he really messed up. Not knowing Sacramento is a extremely basketball town, and they do pay attention. These fans and spectators pay attention, to all the activities that's going on here in this town. That's whether it's online, television, the radio airwaves. This is what we do. This is what we do. So it's not that hard to detect faulty information coming from somewhere other than Sacramento. And that's exactly what was going on for these last 2 days. And the wording on some of these things is just ridiculous. So, but that's where we are. We'll just have to wait and see. There was another thing that was going on as far as the presser today with Doug Christie. There was a question fielded to him. He didn't even answer it. So you can tell, his blood is boiling right now. And it should be, because this team was doing really, really well up until the announcement, the news broke about De'Aaron Fox. So I've been doing this for 35 years, whether it's good or bad or stupid or whatever, how somebody's feeling, these things happen. I know who asked the question. I have a lot of respect for this man, and his work. That's me, I understand. But I can say this too, and I don't normally really talk about this, publicly. There has been a couple of Sacramento Kings coach who have approached me with an apology coming from those press conferences. One of them, he's no longer here. May you rest in peace. But these things happen, whether you act something that's sound or it's not sound. Some people don't really want to understand that, Some people, when you go in there in those press conferences, they're really particular about the questions that they ask these coaches because they don't want to them to bark back at them and stuff like that. But which really, with me, I don't mind. It's part of the business. Won't be the first time. It won't be the first time. It definitely won't be the last time with these reporters getting in these type of situations. But these bloggers, they see it differently. They go in there and at least at these Sacramento Kings, I'm only talking about a couple of people here. I'm not the full range of reporters there because most of them I got a lot of respect for too. You go in there, you ask the same questions over and over again. It may be different, but it's the same questions over and over again. And like I said in the last podcast of mine, I was approached too by one of the national reporters about, hey, these press conferences sound like 1950 sitcom situation comedies. And I was sitting there trying to defend our media corps on them, but no more of that. Skip that. And you definitely wouldn't defend me anyway in that point. But now I understand. Some people do play it safe. Or some people don't say nothing at all. Because they're scared that the coach is going to bark at them or something like that. And I bet you, whatever it was, how that response went down, this man is going to continue doing his job. This reporter that we're talking about is going to continue doing his job. Doug was pissed tonight. He was ticked off tonight about this win. He should be. And you don't normally see Doug. I mean, Doug is a good-spirited person. You don't see him in these type of situations stuff. He wants to win, okay? And he wants every player on this roster to succeed. He wants the city of Sacramento to be proud of him. So however it went down, hey, that's just how it went down. Believe me, I know. I'm not going up in there and being scared to ask these players and these coaches questions. That's not going to happen. And I'm not going to be playing, the low-key guy, because I don't want my feelings to get hurt or something like that. Get out of here with that mess, man. Anyway, this game stank tonight, man. Oh, boy. But like Doug said, you got to put it aside and get ready for the game on Monday. So let's see what happens. Anything can happen between now and then. I know when some news break again about trading possibilities, I will definitely break out a podcast no sooner than after that. Usually I'm just doing it right after the game because there's so much stuff that's going on, and I have other reports to write about outside of sports, Sacramento Kings and stuff. So just bear with me on that point. So once again, the Sacramento Kings, they lose to Oklahoma City Thunder, 144-110. Bad game, horrible game. But this is professional sports. Yes, they have to put that aside and get ready for the next one. Sideways to the next step line. Stoplight, intersection, whatever. Do want to thank you again for tuning in for another episode of Undercutting Room Floor. I'm the host, Tony Reed Harvey. Usually do these things after every road game. Say it again, at Golden One Center when I'm covering the home game. I'm doing a whole bunch. I'm doing a lot, and I cannot get to these videos and stuff. But thank you for at least listening in on this one. I don't care if it's 10, 20, 30, 40, or 100 viewers. Thank you for stopping in. If you are new for the first time, or you're just a regular, hit that like button. And if you are a first-time viewer, hit that subscribe button. I hope to be bringing you better quality content in the future, as always, because I do things a little bit different here. And also, yes, I'm preparing to do more work with the Heritage Sports Talk Show that we just started up a couple weeks ago. We've been behind the scenes putting this together for over a month now with the Brown brothers, Rodney and Mary Shell. Mary Shell is actually the executive producer. At least that's what I call him. He puts it on, but Rodney, we're the hosts. And then we got D-Speed in the house, and we got Rick Fame. I love working with these guys. This is going to be a really exciting venture. And we're not just going to be doing Sacramento Kings centric type of discussions. We're going to talk about a little bit of everything. We're going to get down with the get down. So check that out. At least I'll be providing links out there for you guys later on if you're interested in that. Thank you for stopping in. I will see you Monday after the game. Peace.